All right. Sorry, we started with example 2. This one's easier anyway. Okay, so there are 11 terms. First one is 5. R is the negative 15 divided by positive 5, excuse me, and that is negative 3. I'm going to go a little quicker on this one. This one's 11. I'm going to go straight to the sum formula on this one. So sum of 11 terms is equal to fraction bar. First term is 5. 1 minus. Whenever you have a negative common ratio, put it inside parentheses. Negative 3. Uh-oh. 591. I did not hit the shift key quick enough. There we go. 1 minus negative 3 to the 11th power. See why this formula is good? Because otherwise we'd have to do this 8 more times without the formula.
Wow, I did it.
It's going to get really big. So 1 minus, don't forget the negative 3 in parentheses, negative 3 in parentheses, or you can just do 1 plus 3. Okay. Control A, Control Z. Control A, Control Z.
That's wrong. That's a whole number.
What happened?
You
Not 6, silly man. It's just 5. And that's not 8. I even ate lunch and everything. I do not want what's matter in my brain.
You accidentally pasted the last one.
Yeah. See, that's yes. 2.
Oh, I copied and pasted the last one. 3. I got all the numbers wrong. Oh boy.
That's sum of 8.
So 5, negative 3. I think we're good now, right? Except for the S. It's not going to hurt it, but we should make it the same. So the exponent should always be the same as the subscript. All this means in English is the sum of my 11 terms is equal to the first number times 1 minus the common ratio raised to the number of terms over 1 minus the common ratio. Now we're ready for Desmos. Control A, Control C. Control V. That's rather large. So this time, instead of trying to memorize stuff, I'm going to copy and paste back from Desmos into, come here, 221,435. And then since it's more than 5 digits, 4 digits, we should put in, oh, you are silly, silly, silly. I did not must hit the right one. So 221, 435. Yep. All right. That's it. Questions? It's not hard. Once you know the formula, you're going to have to memorize. Hey, you got 3 whole days to do it. You can figure it out. That's plenty of time. All right. Try the next one.
English vocabulary. We do it the day before.
A sub 1. Berto, what do you got? Negative 3. The next one takes a little bit more thought. What is my common ratio? Miss Julie. Negative 2. Where did you get negative 2 from? Yeah, just take any, or negative 12 over 6. You can take any 2 consecutive numbers. Just don't take the negative 12 divided by the 3. That would be wrong. Okay. How many terms are there? Ario? 8. And then this is just straight use the formula. You don't have to use a formula. If you wanted to find the next 5 terms, you could do so. Wouldn't take you that long. Okay. S sub 8 is equal to fraction bar. First term is negative 3, parentheses, 1 minus, parentheses, negative 2, close it, to the power of 8, all over 1 minus, negative 2. I'm going to slow myself down. Control A. Fart. Should have slowed myself down earlier. 8. Control A. Control C. Control V. 255, a little smaller this time. Right on. Next one's going to be a little harder. See why. Take a look at next one and see why that one's a little bit more difficult. So, let's see.
Oh,
I know there are 8 terms. So I just start reading and putting stuff in as I know it. So I know there are 8 terms. I know my first term is 7. And I know my last term. So A sub 8. A sub 8 is equal to 114,688. Notice I'm not putting the comma in. There's a good reason for that. Most of you should probably figure this out by now. What's missing? R. Okay. So What's the difference between a sequence and a series? One's adding, but if I could find my sequence, then I can figure out my series, right? So what formula should I use now? The sequence formula. So I would write it down first. So A sub n equals A sub 1, it's right over there, times r to the power of n minus 1. And then just start plugging stuff in, okay? So in this case, we're looking at A sub 8. So I'm going to do a little Control A, Control C, Control V, and just substitute in what I know. So I'm going to start in the left. I'm going to use that 114,680. I know my first number is 7. I don't know what R is, so I'm going to leave that. And I know there are 8 terms. Okay? So take a few moments and see if you can figure out how to solve for R at this point. So the first thing you can do is just change your 8 minus 1 to a 7. In order to get R by itself, you need to divide by 7. Whatever you do one side, do the other. So I would do that part in Desmos. So 1,114,688 divided by 7. Somebody help me out.
Yeah, the number.
A number. Thank you so much.
It's a whole number.
It's a whole number. Very good.
A real number.
It's a real number.
16,384.
16,384.
It's a real number.
Okay.
Real number, no number.
Now, here is my quandary. I have a 7th power. I want a 1st power, so I need to do the 7th root of it. Yes. Okay. So I am just going to rewrite my equation. So Control A, Control C, Control V, and move that 7. I eliminate it by taking the 7th root. So if I come over here, look at my little NX. Come on, NX. There you are. Oh, but he's gone. Now he's back. You need to put the 7 in there. And then I'm going to cut, not copy. So select the 16,384. Control X. And put it inside. And there's now the radicand. Now what? Put in Desmos, okay? Watch what happens this one. Control A, Control C. Yeah, because if you put the equals R, it makes it a circle. Okay. This is what's known as polar coordinate form, where your radius is equal to the 7th root of 16,384. What's your radius? 4. See? 1, 2, 3, 4.
I mean, we'll still,
Okay.
still
So-
use it.
Yeah, so we don't need the R. But you can, graphically, it actually gave me my answer.
Yep.
Okay. So,
16.
R is 4. Am I done? No, because I still haven't found the sum. So it's the sum of the first 8 terms. That sum 8 equals, make the fraction bar, not the negative sign. Fraction bar, my first term was what? 7?
Yeah.
Do I need parentheses this time for my ratio? It ain't negative, so nope. 1 minus 4 to the 8th power over 1 minus 4.
Fantastic.
Okay, Control A, Control C, Control V. 152,950. Okay. Oopsies. 152,915. Put the comma in when you put it back over here. Equals based. All right. So we did one where you were given the first and the last term, and how many terms. What else could we potentially not know?
The end.
The number of terms. That's what the next one's going to be. Okay. So take a few moments, see what you can do on your own on the next one. We'll go from there.
All
right. So I'm going to go straight to the formula. What should I start with? The 2, the 6, the 18, or the 1,458? What do you think, Logan? The 2. Okay. So that's my first number times. What's my common ratio? Somebody else? Rudy. Common ratio? 3 to the power of, I don't know, n minus 1. Okay, I need an equation, so I'm going to back up. What number have I not used yet? 1458. That's what I need. Okay. All right. So very similar to the last problem. My first step is to divide. So I'm dividing by 2. And then I got 729. Now I have to make a decision. Okay. How do I want to solve this? I have some options. Your whole last unit was on logarithms. Okay, so I could solve using logarithms, but the unit before that was on exponents. Is 729 a power of 3?
Yeah, card.
Yes, it is.
I could look at the card, but it doesn't go up high enough.
Yeah.
But you know what? 3 to the 5th power is 243. What do you think 3 to the 6th power is?
What number?
729. So ready? Control A, Control C, Control V, and then change the left-hand side to 3 to the 6th power. Okay? So now, when my bases are the same, exponents are the same, so n is equal to 7. That means there's 7 numbers in my sequence. You do the rest. Use the formula. Okay? So now that you have n, use the formula to find the sum.